If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. During the Cleveland Browns rookie minicamp, Shedeur Sanders made a bold statement that caught the attention of many. Despite being drafted 144th overall in the 2025 NFL Draft, the young quarterback confidently declared that his NFL journey would mirror that of none other than Tom Brady. Sanders, who was selected in the 5th round, dismissed the significance of his draft position, emphasizing that it was merely a starting point. He expressed excitement about the challenge ahead, eager to prove himself and show that his low draft status wouldn't define his career. Sanders' unwavering belief in his abilities was evident as he stood tall among the expectations placed on him by fans and analysts alike. Sanders' comparison to Brady carries weight, especially considering Brady's legendary rise from the 109th pick to become a 7-time Super Bowl champion. Brady, widely regarded as one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, had a similar path in terms of being doubted early on. Sanders openly acknowledged this and expressed his belief that his journey would be no different. "My story is going to be similar," Sanders said, showing no hesitation in embracing the pressure that comes with such a claim. His statement was not just bravado, but a reflection of his mindset to thrive regardless of where he was drafted. Although Sanders started behind fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel in the initial drills during minicamp, he quickly turned heads with his sharp throws and impressive performances during the 7-on-7 scrimmages. Despite not being the first choice at quarterback, Sanders' performance on the field spoke volumes. He threw 2 touchdowns, showcasing the talent that led the Browns to select him in the draft. Head coach Kevin Stefanski, while downplaying the early quarterback competition, hinted that the depth chart was still fluid. This open competition for the starting job, even with veterans like Deshaun Watson on the roster, is exactly the kind of environment that could help Sanders prove his worth. The mentorship between Brady and Sanders is a significant factor in Sanders' growth. Brady, having experienced his own draft day slip in 2000, reached out to Sanders after the latter's fall to the 5th round. During an appearance on Jake Paul's Impulsive podcast, Brady revealed that he had texted Sanders to offer words of encouragement. "I said, dude, like whatever happens wherever you go, that's your first day," Brady recalled. The advice Brady shared was more than just about handling disappointment. It was about turning the moment of rejection into fuel for greatness. "Use it as motivation. You're going to get your chances. Go take advantage of it," Brady added. What makes Brady's advice so powerful is his own personal experience. He was once the 199th overall pick, taken in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft by the New England Patriots. Over the course of his career, Brady transformed into a 7-time Super Bowl champion, proving that a low draft position doesn't dictate future success. Brady's message to Sanders was clear. It's not about where you're drafted. It's about how you perform when you get the chance. Wherever you end up going, it's about your performance, Brady emphasized. For Sanders, this advice is invaluable. As he works to carve out his own path in the league, Brady's legacy in the NFL extends beyond just his championships. He often cites the underdog players he played with as key figures in his success. Players like Rodney Harrison, Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, and Danny Amendola were not high draft picks, yet they became integral parts of his teams. This further reinforces Brady's point that draft day hype doesn't matter in the long run. What truly matters is what you do once you get into the league and how you use every opportunity to prove your worth. Sanders is well aware of this and understands that his real work starts now, on the field with the Browns. Sanders' connection with Brady also goes beyond mentorship. The two have a business relationship as well, with one of Sanders' first NIL deals coming from Brady's brand. This partnership highlights the trust and belief that Brady has in Sanders' potential. Brady, who knows what it takes to overcome adversity and rise above expectations, sees something special in Sanders. This relationship has become a key element in Sanders' journey as it provides both guidance on and off the field. Brady's support could prove crucial as Sanders faces the challenges of adjusting to the NFL and competing for a starting role. Despite the stiff competition at quarterback with veterans like Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco already on the Browns roster, Sanders remains undeterred. His confidence, sharp throws, and early success at minicamp demonstrate that he's not intimidated by the veteran presence. Sanders wears number 12 in honor of his mentor Brady, signaling that he's ready to carry the torch forward. The path ahead for Sanders will certainly be challenging, but his mindset and determination suggest that he's more than capable of rising to the occasion. The Browns, who have not seen playoff success in recent years, are hoping that Sanders can help lead them back to contention. With a deep roster and a talented defense, the Browns are in a position to make a playoff push, and Sanders could be a key piece in that effort. If he continues to impress in training camp and preseason, he may find himself in the conversation for the starting quarterback role. His early performances have certainly raised expectations, and his bold prediction about his NFL future suggests that he is ready to seize the opportunity. As the minicamp progresses and the competition heats up, all eyes will be on Sanders. I'm saying, the pressure will only increase as he faces off against seasoned veterans and other rookies eager to make their mark. However, Sanders' journey so far shows that he thrives under pressure if he can continue to build on his early success and embrace the challenges ahead. There's no telling how far he could go in the NFL. One thing is for sure, Shedeur Sanders is determined to prove that, just like Tom Brady, his story is far from over, and the best is yet to come. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because we might be witnessing one of the most unexpected plot twists in recent NFL history. Rumor has it, yes, you heard me right, Odell Beckham Jr. might be reuniting with the Cleveland Browns. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't that relationship end in drama? Didn't he leave under a cloud of controversy? Well, that's exactly what makes this rumor so fascinating. Reports have started circulating from various insiders that OBJ is seriously considering a return to the Dawg Pound. Not just a quick visit or a PR stunt, a real contract, a real role, and a real second chance. After bouncing around from the Rams to the Ravens and dealing with injuries and inconsistent usage, it seems Beckham is eyeing a familiar place with unfinished business. Could it be redemption? Could it be revenge? Or maybe, just maybe, it's all about legacy. Now, let's not forget how it all ended the last time. Odell Beckham Jr. joined the Browns back in 2019 in what was supposed to be a dream pairing with Baker Mayfield. Fans were hyped, jerseys were flying off the shelves, and the hype train was full steam ahead. But as we all saw, things didn't exactly pan out. The chemistry was off, the injuries piled up, and the frustration boiled over with OBJ's father, even posting a now infamous video criticizing Mayfield's play. That moment felt like the final straw. Beckham was eventually released, and he went on to win a Super Bowl with the Rams, proving he still had gas in the tank. But now, nearly 4 years later, we're seeing smoke again coming from Cleveland. And where there's smoke in the NFL, there's usually some fire behind the scenes. So why would either party want this reunion? Why would the Browns take back a player they once let go amid such tension? And why would Odell return to a city where his first stint ended in headlines and heartache? Well, the Browns are not the same team they were back then. The Baker era is long gone. Deshaun Watson is now under center, and while his time in Cleveland has had its own share of scrutiny, the front office seems committed to building around him, adding a veteran like OBJ who already knows the city. And the pressure that comes with wearing orange and brown could be the bold move that elevates the offense. Plus, with Amari Cooper aging and Elijah Moore still developing, the Browns could use a savvy route runner with big play potential. This isn't nostalgia. It might just be strategic. For Odell, this move could be about control. Think about it. Since his days with the Giants, Beckham has been trying to find the right fit. In LA, he proved he could be a difference maker on a championship team, but he was never the focal point. In Baltimore, he was brought in to mentor Lamar Jackson, but he struggled with consistency and usage. Cleveland might offer something different, a chance to reshape his legacy on his own terms. He'd be returning not as a savior, but as a weapon among others. The locker room dynamic would be different. The expectations more mature. And for a player who's now in his 30s, that change in context might be exactly what he needs to flourish again. And let's not ignore the marketing angle here. Odell Beckham Jr. returning to the Browns would be a media goldmine. YouTube channels, podcasts, talk shows, everyone would be talking about it. Jersey sales would spike overnight. His return would dominate headlines for weeks. And in an NFL era where player brands are almost as big as team brands, OBJ knows the power of a headline-grabbing move. Plus, Cleveland fans are passionate. Love him or hate him, they remember the excitement he brought. If he can channel that into a fresh, focused season, the redemption arc practically writes itself. From misunderstood star to triumphant return. That's Netflix documentary material right there. Of course, there are skeptics, and rightfully so. Not everyone is buying into the idea that Odell has anything left in the tank. The injuries, the inconsistency, and the whispers about locker room drama haven't gone away. Even in Baltimore, where he was given ample opportunity, the numbers didn't quite explode like fans hoped. But OBJ's game was never just about numbers, it's the presence, the attention he demands on the field, the way he stretches defenses and forces game plans to adjust. If he's even 80% of the player he once was, he can still be a valuable asset, especially in a league where matchups mean everything. The key will be health, mindset, and how he fits into this current Browns system. And speaking of the system, this Browns offense isn't built like the one Odell joined in 2019. Kevin Stefanski's play calling has evolved. Deshaun Watson, when in rhythm, thrives on quick reads and explosive plays. OBJ, if used properly, could benefit from this shift in tempo and creativity. Instead of being forced into deep, slow developing routes with a hesitant QB, he'd be in a faster, sharper system with a stronger arm delivering the ball. That changes everything. A motivated OBJ in a modernized offense with a chip on his shoulder? That's not just wishful thinking, that's a potential game changer. We also have to consider the locker room. Chemistry matters. If there's even a hint of bad blood from the past, this move could backfire. Bottle reports suggest that key players on the Browns, including Watson and several offensive leaders, have been in touch with Beckham and are open to the reunion. That says something. It shows that whatever wounds existed might be healing or already healed. And let's be honest, in the NFL, time and success have a funny way of making people forget old grudges. If both sides feel like they can win together, personal history tends to fade quickly, especially when there's a playoff spot on the line. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one question. Does Odell Beckham Jr. still want to be great? If the answer is yes, if he truly believes he's got more to give, and the Browns believe in that version of him, then this move could make a lot more sense than it seems at first glance. It's risky, no doubt, but it's also bold. And sometimes bold moves are exactly what shake up the league. The AFC North is stacked. The Browns need an edge. And if this gamble pays off, it could be the difference between an early exit and a deep playoff run. So for now, we wait. The rumor mill keeps spinning and nothing's official yet. But you can bet that if OBJ puts pen to paper in Cleveland, the entire football world will be watching. And so will we, breaking it all down play by play, week by week. Stay tuned, folks, because this comeback story might just be getting started. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!